Another issue facing marketeers today is the social awareness of their consumers. I mean, consumers are not simply programmed to go buy products in grocery stores or electronic superstores anymore. They actually think about the relationship of the product to their lives and to their family's existence.
There has been one big change in recent years, and that is that marketeers are having to think more broadly about their consumer needs, about their needs not just as consumers but as citizens.
The key issues that a lot of our clients face today concern the transparency of supply chain, the rising expectations of consumers that brands that they know and trust will not just deliver satisfying products or experiences, but also will be seen to deliver positive societal change and will make them feel good, not just about their experience of the brand, but the company behind the brand.
I think the biggest challenge facing is the lack of trust with the consumers and citizens on what the corporates and the government are saying.
Previously invisible aspects of our business are now visible and open to public debate and scrutiny.
The context that we operate in is changing more quickly now than at any time in history. The economy is more volatile. Broadband internet is the biggest deal that's happened to society probably since the invention of the car. Cross-cultural influence through travel is bigger now than ever before. The way that people socialise has changed. And of course, sustainability is an issue for society and marketers in a way that it just wasn't a generation ago.
My understanding of sustainable marketing is that it's about influencing customer behaviour to drive not just commercial success, but also positive societal change.
It has really two components. The first is about sustainable consumption, and the other is about making the brand itself sustainable.
The intersection of a commercial need and a societal or sustainability need. It's linking your product in consumers' eyes to something that's important to a consumer, not just as a consumer of your product, but as a consumer who has an insight or a view about a certain issue in society.
For me, the marketing and business thinking needs to be coming together. You can't have a sustainable marketing without business thinking sustainability. Both need to go hand in hand.
It's actually helping customers to do the right thing by making sure they're totally equipped with all the appropriate and right facts and information so that they can make the decision that's right for them.
Because brands can do a huge amount to raise the awareness of consumers about big issues. They can do a huge amount to help change behaviour and to foster a pattern of more sustainable consumption.
My mother was a nurse, my father was a YMCA director. I learned about business through their eyes and the concept of principled capitalism, of a kind of business where you're not just out to make as much money as fast as you can, but you're out to do it the right way.
For me personally, I want to create a world and a society which is just a great place to be for my children and for my children's children.
I am part of that generation which, to a large degree, is culpable for having messed up the planet, both the natural world and, more recently, the financial world. So I think my generation owes a big debt to future generations, and I think it's very much part of what I want to do is to start trying to redress that balance in the remaining years of my working life.
Marketers should always lead the organisations that they're working in, whether it's a company or whether it's a not-for-profit organisation or indeed whether it's even in the public sector. I think all organisations should be marketing-led.
Sustainable marketing is important for several reasons. Firstly, customers have an increasing desire to believe that the companies that they buy from and the brands that they consume are not only satisfying in and of themselves or delightful in and of themselves, but also represent positive force for good in the community and societies in which they live. Secondly, increasingly, employees of large companies and multinationals want to understand why the work that they do has a positive societal impact. And thirdly, as marketers, we have to believe that ours is a discipline which contributes positively to the world around us.
We have to find a mechanism of decoupling our business growth from our environmental impacts.
One should not be doing something in the short term that is going to hurt the business in the long term.
It's crucial that as marketeers, as business leaders, as consumers, that we seek out companies that offer responsible products and responsible ways of doing business, and that we as business leaders provide that to consumers. It's really important that you actually transmit your own personal feelings about doing things the right way into your marketing and business leadership.
I think that we need to make sustainability urgent as well as important. We need to take a shift from something that may need action in the future by somebody to something that needs action now by me. And I think that marketers can play a huge role in creating that shift within society.